And we return to session 59. Cody titled Unknown because I'll figure it out later. The Smalls have been invited to Granny Midnight's Winterfall celebration. The veil has thinned, a haunting is occurring. Chifros and Yuki are facing events. And so we return to Yuki.
I see. So you were all Shiverthorns at one point?
The Silverthorns came later. For one reason or another, they were the ones who joined the ones who wanted more. We were happy with how much we had. The outer islands were rough, but we adapted. But the promise of more was intoxicating. Another step forward. The promise of wealth, power, prestige. Something we never had before. How could we not?
You all had dealings with Vixie then?
Some of us had passed before we met Vixen or Vixie. Some of us passed because of her doing. Some of us actually met her. Some of us told her, no. You risk our future for something more than we already have, more than we needed. We had our possible future before us, and now she throws it away. To throw a shackle around our neck. Not once, but twice.
So it's true her patron is the Lord of the Harvest.
She sold the harvest. The dealings were to feed him more. But another was involved with the harvest. Someone who pushed. Someone who's playing their own game.
Who?
You then feel a hand on your shoulder. Me, you hear Baba Yaga say. So at this point, we jump back to Chifos for a moment. Baba Yaga she's held off, or you feel like she's held off, putting Helga back to sleep, and you've had a chance to just talk. It's just then you've noticed Baba Yaga's gone. Now back to Yuki.
I'm just gonna roll something for my own edification here. Okay, she manages to keep her composure somehow. I thought you were talking with Chef Ross.
I left him in a place he at least wanted to be compared to where he was. Why did I do it? Why did I say to that naive little fox, this is a deal you want to make? Easy. The Lord of the Harvest was not going to break the rules by his own accord. He was pushing for more and more. In a lifetime beyond yours, he would have come more with every harvest he collected. He was getting arrogant and complacent. So I whispered to him, and I whispered to others, make this deal. Acquire power. Seize your destiny. All the while turning the courts against him. He needed to go down. The order needed to remain before someone came and disrupted it. I could not act openly. Well, not without questions. The courts have their ways. They fear me. And even the Queen of Magic and Twilight, Night and Twilights would have questions for me. Why? How? So I got sneaky. The advantage being the old woman. We're wise. We know our ways. All you have to do is dangle the bauble in front of the right person's face, and you'll take it. Vixie took it. The Lord of the Harvest took it. And order was restored when you and the others took down the Lord of the Harvest, so we could send him on his way for the time being, while I make arrangements to ensure he does not overstep his bounds in the future. Do you know how the Lord of the Harvest came to be?
She shakes her head. No.
A long time ago, when the world was still recovering from being broken, the farmers were struggling. They were suffering. The Fae were still sharing the teachings on how druids could arise and somewhat fix the world, as best they limited ways they could in their mortalness. Someone pleaded out into the night, and the Lord of the Harvest, before he was that, he answered. He offered up a deal, and it was withheld, and it was held. Back then, they made sure to have enough harvest for him to collect after the 10 years. But time passed. Every 10 years, he did his thing. He collected, found a new place to give his blessing for tribute. But people began to forget. And he began to revel in it. Merely collecting the harvest of crops issued him power, but not a lot. Can you hear the cat?
I hear no cat. I am devoid of catness.
Oh, that's finally got Jasper meowing at me. No, all I need is blackjack. Or the other one. But yeah. Much like Vixie or just like given an opportunity, they will jump to any chance to improve their lot in life. He did. And he will continue to push. And so, this is how our paths crossed, in a way. In a way, compared to life you may have led, this is the improvements. You're free. Then, she nods towards the gathered spectral Vulpin. They're free until the time comes when they're reborn. When they are ready. When the world says, come back. I have one question for you, young Vulpin. Not relating to anyone else. What is it you truly want?
I she's really thinking hard on this because at this point her thought only goes to Cyrano.
She puts her hand on your shoulder. She gives you a kind smile. This is probably more freaky than her usual smile. You're young. You have time. It is your destiny to figure out. And all I'm going to add to that is you and your party. I like you. One way or another, you entertain. You never disappoint. Although she's meant to be adding Omnibus does disappoint on a grand scale.
Yeah. That
He
sounds about
finds
right.
new and exciting ways.
I live to be in fear of you.
Your destiny is your own. Your life is your own. It's not for me to say. It's not for anyone else to say. It's not for those shadows who look to say. No. It's very cheeky for that tainted one to give you those needles. That little mark that left on you is incomplete. Should you change back, they may or may not be able to track you. Even I can't say for certain. So many tricksiness is going on. She pulls out another hourglass, and the sand is more than the half the sand is gone. Unless you have anything else to go, I have to see if Master Sleepwell has not reduced himself to a panic attack.
I understand. I suspect we'll be running across each other at some point in the future anyway.
Oh, certainly.
I feel the need to ask.
Yes?
Do you know how to stop Vixie with her plans?
The pawns need a wake-up call. The only doubts... The only doubter. Having the knight hunt them does rather shake up how willing they are to follow her. Her leadership is faltering. They want to survive. They have a feeling an event is going to come up where deals may be offered. Question is it going to be a good deal or not?
I don't suppose you know where Embry is, do you?
So many threads, so many loose ends. All I was going to say is, deals were made, power secured. She then gives you a gentle pat on the head, as a grandmother might do. If you excuse me, I need to go check on Master sleep well.
Understandable. We'll probably speak again.
Yes. You do make life interesting.
We try.
Because I want to go for the whole tonal whiplash. Right now, Okasan has reached nearly the top of the building. He has crossed numerous windows with people poking out and having a quick conversation with each.
Okasan has faced down the mighty Kraken!
For some reason, you were speaking to a pair of people who said they were part of the Beatles. You didn't understand what they were going on about. They weren't Beatles, they were humans.
They were those fake bug people were lying.
It's also
No.
you spot someone you don't not sure how you missed them before, but a pair of strangely dressed individuals have thrown up grappling hook and also climbing up the side of the building. Gee, Jellicers, look at that! Look at that! I say, chum, that's our Luma climbing up the side of this building.
Okasan,
Holy
we'll deliver the taco!
Holy hackaroni! He's a Luma delivery person. I say we leave him to it. And they start climbing up a lot quicker than you do. I too try to make my references subtle. Am I successful? I don't know. I don't care.
The reference only works if the Robin is an actual Robin.
No one can stop Suction Cup-san! Actually, you know what? Where's my inventory sheet?
Oh no.
Suction Cups!
Oh shit!
Technically, they're plungers, but
I'm not gonna remember this later, but I am putting that on the damn sheet. For the
Don't
exact,
worry, we'll remember it for you.
For the exact instance that it becomes useful again.
Well, I know how to remove Okusan from an encounter when you bring both of them, when you have to break into somewhere.
Yeah, we have to break into somewhere. Leave it to Okasan!
at the very least, you can be a distraction.
There's not even a window up there. What is he doing? So, has Okasan found a useful window yet?
You have passed 5 windows. You're not sure how because the building is not that tall. Larry has been in 2 of them. Badger's been in 1 of them, and you know full well he's in the guild.
One of the windows has that one guy who cameos in Freakazoid all the time. He's not even in this setting.
One of the windows has a giant sensor block in front of it.
This isn't smols after dark.
Yeah, exactly. The sensor bar would be removed in that case.
Remove the bar. Oh no! They're doing naked painting.
One of the windows has a silhouette that looks a lot like Jessica Rabbit.
But it's
Clearly
actually
that's the window. Okasan pulls out his ding bell.
she turns around. It's that Jessica Rabbit look-alike from the movie.
Yep.
Lead a hyena.
We now skip back to Onimus, who now has. Actually, I won't say what's going. What you've done at the moment, but it's a case of in a bid to get to know Lady Kiki a bit more. Ludwig Midnight has pulled out his copy of A Deeper Purple, and he's now sharing some of his favorite stories with Zeke.
Omnius can get behind this. Omnius loves hearing stories about Lady Kiki.
Are you going to join the book club?
Yes, he's going to join the book club. As he pulls out his own copy.
So in the midst of this, you're basically Ludwig, and you are basically sharing your favourite stories. And case of Ludwig sharing the stories of case of a few hope stories that never made it beyond the. They're called Penny Dreadfuls, so I call them something else.
Penny Awfuls.
Penny Awfuls. There were a few Penny Awfuls that quickly came off the sellers markets because they wrote things about Lady Kiki that were very untrue and got reasonably upset at them. Must have a lines of leather chains and whips. They tamed the fierce winged woman. There's a case of the offer that one went into hiding pretty quickly when it came to notice that Lady Kiki was not happy about that.
Omnius has the internal thought of Lady Kiki with chains and a whip sounds like fun.
And just for a note, Lady Kiki's the dummy mummy. She ain't the sub. No, giving everyone some. Remember the Lady Kiki Appreciation Society, something to drool over? We go back to Chifros. You've been alone with Helga for, it's felt like hours. And you just talked. What have you been talking about?
Largely, it was just memories that the two of them would have shared. Things they did together, just things they remember, just the good times. But also, he does try to pry a little bit and find out exactly what she was arguing with his father about on the fateful day.
You get your answer. And she basically explains, your father broke a deal. The deal with Baba Yaga was that she allowed him access to certain sections of the Endless Library to give him what he basically needs to get the business up and running. But the agreement was he would be truthful about matters. But all those stories about the recipes adapted from other cultures being done the family way, to the point of it's almost like being able to reproduce them. That's a fat out lie. He took a tome from the Endless Library that explained how to prep, how to cook, even how to how to produce the ingredients for these meals. A book that basically told him for every recipe and how to do it. And he claimed it was old family means. The deal was he'd be honest. And that after a year, and the business was up and going, Helga would have been returned. Her soul would have been restored to her body, and that'd be it. The business will be concluded. They go on, and they move on. But he didn't. He lied. There was more prestige in knowing the case of, yes, we are master cooks. We know how to do this. Helga was not happy about this. She only became vaguely aware of the deal somehow. She was angry that the deal was being broken, that they had to be honest, they had to be truthful. But when it came time came for tribute, it was her head on the chopping board.
And she was aware of this?
Not at the time. But something about being with you is filling the gaps for her. She's been dreaming since that day. She's been unaware of how much time has passed. And this is the first time she's felt truly awake.
Chip Frost is doing everything he can to reassure her that this will be over as soon as he can reasonably manage it.
Hearing this, she smiles. She hugs you again and she starts to yawn. You can see rapidly sleep. The need to sleep is rapidly overtaking her. And as if almost drawn to the pedestal, to the stone, she rests upon the stone again. And she falls asleep. A wind blows, causing the flowers to stir. The petal just suddenly shoots away from you. And next thing you know, the flower field is gone. And you see before you a decrepit keep standing there. At his heart is where your cousin now lies. It's surrounded by a dark, dank forest, reminding you of the forest you see in the Shadowlands. And there, in the doorway, you see a hint of someone. A ragged figure of oozes of power. Oh, don't mind him, Baba Yaga remarks.
Schiff Ross is not going to hide the fact that he probably just jumped out of his skin when she said something.
That one watches over your cousin. He's the one I most trust to get stuff done.
With any luck, you will have someone else to watch over soon.
Master Sleeper, you had no reason to be so jumpy around me. You've been doing well. Your father wronged me. I want to punished for it. Well, your route isn't direct. This is still the way he's going to be punished. Your cousin will expose him. Your cousin lies safe. In the most strange of places, I admit. She hands you a playing card. And something's written on the back.
I take a look at both sides of the playing card.
The card is the Queen of Clubs. And on the back is written the name of an island. One you know to be one of the Shadow Islands. One that the vampire families control. Or rather, it's on the edge of what they control. I have no complaints about you and your companions. Well, most of them anyway.
I was going to ask, are you still annoyed at Oko-san?
The day I am not annoyed with him is the day I've eaten him.
I don't think he would taste very good.
I'm still trying to find the right recipe. I'm not sure how to cook him.
With all the running around he does, he must be very stringy.
As for your latest member, I have. If I wanted to keep an eye on him, see if I could scare him straight. But I doubt that'll work. I think it just leads him to make bigger mistakes.
Somewhere outside Omnius feels a chill run down his spine.
You suddenly get a strange propulsion to boiled food for one. Especially
Boiled cabbage.
especially boiled poultry.
Does it count as cannibalism?
We're not going that corridor. That's an after show thing, and we have yet to do an after show recording. So we say that man is for later if we ever did. Are you doing, Master Sleep well?
I believe I am. But I do know when this is over, I am taking a very long nap.
That is most understandable, sir. In time, Yuki, you see the foxes developing one by one. They disappear. The mist is dispersing.
You all find peace wherever you end up.
United, the remaining Vulcan just give you a nod. You do want to skip back to where everyone's reunited in the hall again.
Except for Okasan. He
look out
is not done yet, damn it!
Can we look out the window and just see Oko-san climbing?
You don't know what I'm planning.
All right.
So is the case, Yuki Chifos, you return to the hall.
Yeah, I think beforehand, Cyrano and her had a brief talk because he was following her this entire time.
The dancers have disappeared. Even the drow ghost is gone. To which Granny looks a little sad. It's at this point there's a sound of breaking glass, followed by as Okasan comes in.
Someone fat, get in my way! Boom.
You know what? Hang on. I need to roll something real fast. Lantern, high or low?
Let's go low.
You land on Omnius.
Oh good! Someone fat got in Okasan's way!
I swear to God, I swear to the gods that I'm cleaning the cage again.
What do you call it when a bird flips on another bird?
I don't know what's
Duck.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I hate it.
And that's when Granny gets up on the table and goes, Mitako! And takes it from Okasan.
Here is your taco, ma'am. Okasan has completed his given duty.
She pays you the money, and at that point, Fluffykins jumps on you.
And Omnius.
Yes.
Ow, my splanch.
Unhand me, Yankee!
I know it's not really a cat thing to do, but Fluffykins, which is a displacer beast for those who don't remember or know, has Okasan in their mouth and is now giving a good shaking.
You don't think that's a cat thing to do?
Cats will absolutely do that if you.
Yes.
If they
Cats will attempt to kill prey like that.
Yep.
Oh. Well, ooh. Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing here? Why is there a cat holding on to me?
Why do you feel this is a moment where a pot of daisies is falling through the air and just going, oh no, not again?
Oh no, the cat shaking him made the brain cells collide.
Excuse me, my good sir. Could you tell me who you are and where I am and why there is this cat on me?
Well, I am Shifra Sleepwell. You've known me for several years. We are at Granny Midnight's residence and hotel, and this is her pet Fluffykins.
Sleep well, you say?
Yep,
Doesn't ring a bell.
of course it doesn't. And I presume you are Oko-san?
I am Lord San Farquaad, third of his name. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help.
You are a little shorter than I imagined you.
I get that a lot, but you should see my castle. It is grand.
And where would we find this castle?
Oh, somewhere far, far away.
Is there a swamp nearby?
Now that you mention it, yes, and it happens to be infested with ogres. I was not planning on making an extended Shrek reference this morning, and yet here we are.
You started it. So,
Turns out the lighthouse dragon is married to a donkey.
damn it, that's now canon in this universe, and I hate it. Anyway,
We're not saying this one.
Nobody talks about that island.
it's a very silly place.
We don't go there ever.
We know Duloc exists. We just don't go anywhere near it.
Nope.
Nothing but bad things happen there.
But Duloc is a perfect place.
It just happens to be next to Catholic Castle Anthrax.
Oh, God.
Wipe your feet on the grass, wipe the dirt off your face.
We're gonna end up doing a mission there, aren't we?
The reason we don't go near there is a giant is the black beast of Arg, you know.
This is the island where all the references that don't actually make it into a section live.
It's the island where nobody goes.
It's the island of misfit references.
God. Wow.
How many references can we make this in one session? We're counting.
I am so sorry, Raven. Oh, Christ.
So you are Lord Farquaad.
Lord San Farquaad, yes.
Lord San Farquaad. Third of your name.
Yes.
What? How did you get here?
You know, I'm not entirely sure. I was in the garden having tea with the Baron von Munchausen, and the next thing I knew, I was here.
I'm kind of curious about the great many things here.
So am I.
Dun, 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 dun. Little does Warcraft realise that A shadow has fallen on him from behind as Larry has arrived. He goes, "Cats," and spits something out at you.
Let's see here. I am going to roll. That is a 12.
Here, do. You catch a little medallion. There's a beep. And next thing you know, you're in some kind of big hole. There's a one-armed Goliath there holding a blunt sword of his shoulder. And there's about half a dozen look like trainees, all holding blunted training swords.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Could you please tell me where I am?
The trainees look to the Goliath looks at the trainees, he nods to them, and they have at him.
It takes about 13 thwacks for Okasan to go back to being Okasan. They go through 27 personalities in the process.
Is one of them sane?
Nah.
It's the Fred Flintstone method of dealing with head trauma.
We double down on
cycle
it.
through and get to the right one.
You know, percussive maintenance.
Exactly.
That's what I tell my coworkers to do when things don't work.
And so, with Okasan out the way and certainly pummeled, maybe even a little tenderized, shall we say?
He ends up getting tossed into the dumpster, and hey, there's Crandall.
Ooh, yeah.
Just lands on Crandall.
Can you sign my talking candle doll? Where did he get it? Who knows?
Well, Sai got one from the auction, so he probably stole that one from Sai.
So I imagine the rest of the meal down at Gonna Be Nice is a bit more somber.
Mm.
Yeah, except for Omnius. Omnius is having a great time.
See, he's getting...
He does realize that it was Okasan that squashed him and not Kiki, right?
Yes, he does, except he has
Okay.
mild CTE, so... Honestly, he's just happy to have found like-minded people who appreciate Lady Kiki as much as he does.
They all form the Lady Kiki fan club.
Yeah, with Oko-san being banned and Omnius as the president.
He's found his men of culture.
Yes.
Little does
Omnius is the president on the principle that he's actually met Lady Kiki before.
Yeah, Ludwig's also met her before.
Mm.
Well, recently anyway. Because he's had to make a deal. But also, in case of...
Bless you.
There's maybe a chance that Lady Kiki comes back to the guild for more painting. Portraits when the art class is doing more painting. Onimus never finds out about them.
Which is funny considering Yuki's a member.
Yuki doesn't tell him on purpose.
Yep.
I think Omnius's main thing he has over the other men of culture in his fan club, he's seen Lady Kiki in a bikini.
This is true.
Yeah, but at least the other two have a chance to not fall over their tongue when speaking to her. So the night goes on, plates get emptied, drink gets drunk. It's definitely not a repeat of last time. Granny lets you stay overnight if you need a bed before running back to the guild. Eventually, Zeke goes on his way. He needs to head to the docks to catch up with the heroes who he hired to examine the ship. And I feel this is a good time to bring things to a close.
Shifrost doesn't do much sleeping that night.
Mm.
He spends quite a bit of time staring into the closest fireplace, letting events run through his mind.
It's also this time on Mr. Mother's. Oh no! The time limit for getting that money back from the bank heist, which his clone committed, is coming up, and a letter emerges somehow and hits him in the face.
It impales itself on its beak so he can't read it.
The envelope and letter within erupts into flame and writes out flaming letters before him. The next club meeting is coming up. Bring X amount of gold and meet at this location. Attendance is mandatory. Signed, the Brotherhood.
Oh, great. Opens his wallet. A single fly comes out. Heaves the fly.
Oh, it's right, that's me lunch. And unless someone else has anything they want to do.
I got nothing.
Yuki spends a lot of time cuddling Masai. That's as far as I could think of.
And so we bring things to a close. So until next time, where Onimus has to go attend the club, and presumably the others have to go with to make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble. So until session 60, be well, be good, don't make bad life choices.
Happy New Year!
I will make exclusively bad life choices.
Remember, you never know when suction cups will come in handy.
You never know when they will get you into more trouble than you can imagine.
Bye, folks.
Later.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See ya.